Hi, this is Angela Todd and my awesome husband Charles. We just wanted to take some time to give a tribute to Fred Price, who's just moved locations and has gone to be with the Lord. But we have some awesome, fun things of what we had experienced going to Fred Price's church in LA. We were a bit of a minority there, kind of the only white couple. We would be locked in for hours and hours and hours, but he was a spiritual father to us.
Definitely.
And we just want to say to the family, we're just praying peace and rejoicing because he's waiting on the other side, looking down at you all saying, come on.
Officially the Apostle Frederick K.C. Price.
Yeah.
I mean, Crenshaw Christian Center, the Faith Dome, ever-increasing faith ministries. And I mean, not only do we have the privilege of, going to church there for 3 or 4 years. I'm looking at you, you cry. I was like, I start crying.
But
what an honor, though.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great faith. I mean, I've heard Jesse Duplantis give testimonies, Leroy Thompson. I could go on and
Bill
on.
Winston,
Yeah.
Creflo Dollar.
Talking about how he moved them personally in their life. And I mean, one of the things I remember is Leroy Thompson talking about, he's like, that's who I learned to give from. It's like, he stood up and gave a check for $80,000 and I had like 500 and I was like, who is this guy?
Right.
I mean, just the grandfather of faith, I think a lot of times.
One of them, for sure.
And how many people have really looked up to him. And the one thing that he said to me that's always stuck to me, how people can have those one-liners that just really minister to you, or even if it's in business or something, the guys say one thing, it's like, you never forget that.
Yeah.
And the thing that I learned from him is that he said, when you pray, you say. You say it. You don't think it. You don't roll it over in your mind over it. You got to use your mouth to say it when you pray, And it's like, how many people do you think that they...
Let's give a moment of silence.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing right there?
Fine,
or let's close our eyes and pray. And everybody sits there. It's like, ain't nobody praying. Because ain't nobody saying.
Right. Now when you pray, think.
There was another time he had a thing about people being on time.
Oh, no.
And so people were walking into the church late and, they filmed there. They got to do the filming for Ever Increasing Faith Ministry. And one day he said, I've had it with all you guys coming in late. If I'm here on time and you're late. He's like, we ain't having church. He just walked out. And everybody's just like, what?
Service is supposed to be starting. Everybody's looking at each other like, well, what now?
And then I think the week after that, he started locking the door. So if you weren't there at 9 o'clock, they locked the door. You couldn't get in.
And we were driving from Orange County to LA just to race there to make it in time.
We were always on time.
I know, we were always on time. We were always early. And so you do also have a testimony because we learned from Fred Price that you be on time. You be not just on time, you always be early. Because if you're on time, you're late. Is what he would teach. And so just working with some clients, and we met one of our awesome engineers in business at the Faith Dome.
Yep.
And
worked with him over 15 years now.
Yeah.
And we were just having that conversation the other day. We both pulled up to the job site 15 minutes early, and we were having that conversation. I was telling him about when Fred locked the doors, and when he walked out, and he's like, I don't remember that. I don't know if I was there then or not. But he was like, he said, he's the one that taught me to be early and to be on time. He fathered me. And I think that's a lot of times when, you have a pastor, you have a leader, it's not about just ministering the word, but they actually become a father. Like you said, a spiritual father. Like they can teach people things that weren't taught to them by their natural fathers, like being on time. Right. And he said, that's who I learned that from.
Which and it was all back to Fred Price.
All goes back to Fred Price.
Spiritual daddy, just schooling his children. And what an honor to have sat under his ministry. What an honor to have known him and his family and his beautiful wife and his children and just following an awesome man of God. So
and now his son Fred Price Jr. takes up the mantle. I mean, he's been doing that for a number of years now. I know they kind of, when we were there, they're going back and forth, but now officially
it's time.
It's the real deal for him to step up and he's got to be the new grandfather of faith down there.
Be the grandfather.
So we wish you, Fred Jr., all the best.
Yes.
I mean, you're a great man of God. We are but really blessed to be able to sit underneath your teachings as well too. We continue to pray for you and support you in any way that we can, and the entire Crenshaw Christian Center family, both in LA and in New York, and everything that they're doing through Ever Increasing Faith Ministry. What an amazing church! What an amazing ministry! And we take your hat off to you guys. We honor you guys, and we just bless you guys.
And we love you and thank you, and we're looking forward to the amazing ministry that's getting ready to birth. But then if you don't know Fred Price or any of his, buy a book, buy a teaching, go back and listen and learn and get involved with their ministry. But buy the resources and honor the family, and I know he's just excited. He's looking down saying, I've made it. I ran my race.
He ran a good race.
He ran a good race. So we love
sure.
you and thank you. And that's it. Fred Price. He's the man.
The apostle.
The apostle.
Frederick K.C. Price.
Yes. And